Hello and welcome to another Greenlight demo. Today we're going to be playing a game called Waveland. Now Waveland is a very nice looking 2D platformer, and the gimmick and the whole idea of the game is to use Wavelanding to move through the levels faster, which is a mechanic borrowed from Smash Melee, which does make for a more interesting movement system. Now the game does have gamepad support, so I'm going to be using a controller for this, and as you can see in the corner of the menu it does actually nicely switch between your gamepad and your keyboard whenever you press a key or a button. Now the menu doesn't actually have mouse control at the moment, so it'd be nice to see that in future releases of the game, as well as borderless windowed mode, resolutions, key bindings, all that good stuff. I've seen that developers already addressed key bindings, so hopefully that won't be a problem in future releases. Anyway, with that all out the way, let's jump straight into the demo. Now the demo starts you off with this really nice intro, with some great sound design. I really like the sound in this game, and the music really adds to it. There we go, we get a nice sound as we land, and here's our character. And of course the first thing we do in any game is go behind and check what's behind us. Now here you got the tutorial where this teaches you the controls: jump, jump higher. The one problem with this tutorial, it's really nicely presented and put together, but it doesn't actually teach you how to waveland, which I don't quite understand why. You teach us how to dash, but you don't teach us the waveland. So a lot of people who don't know what wavelanding is, if they just pick up this game, they're not going to have a clue what to do. And you can actually get through the whole demo without using wavelanding. I did try that. And we get another thing here as we start falling and the actual game begins, and we end up in this hub area. Now I've seen a lot of people say that the character design is a bit generic, and yeah, it is. It's not exactly memorable, but it all works, and I kind of like the simplicity of it. Right here, straight away we can go into the first level. Now I'm not going to lie, I did practice quite a lot for this video. Now if you listen here, when you first actually get in, if you pause, you can actually hear the music all slow down. I really like that effect. It is a really nice touch. Now one problem is the timer does keep ticking while you're paused, which is kind of annoying, but you can just restart. And to do that simple enough, you just hold down circle. One problem with this is that when you die when holding down circle, it'll sometimes cancel out the restart and it'll take you back to the first checkpoint. It'd be nice if this just continued through after you died and it just reset you anyway, or if you haven't actually made it to a checkpoint yet, it just resets the timer anyway, because it is a little inconvenient. Now, as you probably noticed, there are little coins that you can collect in each level. They don't actually have a purpose in the demo, though I assume they will in the full release. I just hope that you'll only have to collect them once, so you can actually take multiple paths in the different levels. And here we've got the hub world, and that cube thing up there is where cubes are meant to go into when you complete a level, but I've already completed all the levels the way I've edited this together, because I went through and gave them all a go. How I imagine this is going to work in the end is it'll have one whole hub area with this consistent theme, and once you've completed all the levels you'll go to that cube and you'll get maybe another level. And after you've completed that level, you'll move on to another world with another theme. Well, that's how I see it going anyway. And as you can see, you can also use these little squares to boost off of, which also help in some levels, such as the one we're about to do. I have found that some of the squares you can just hold the analog down and move along, and some you actually have to dash along. I'm not sure if that's just to do with distance. I haven't exactly checked up on that. But there are some times where you'll just hold the analog down and you'll just drop anyway, and you'll find out you actually have to dash to keep on going. Anyway, that's more prevalent in the 4th level. I'll go back and show that after I've done the 2 jungle levels, one of which we're at now. As you can see, you can button mash to just dash around. And, oh, okay, that went well. There's all that practice. Alright, let's move on to the jungle level. Now, this is what I meant about themes and stuff. I imagine everything won't be like this in the actual game. I imagine they'll have different worlds for the jungle and the more grassy world and stuff. And almost fell there. That wasn't very good. Yeah. Wasn't my best, oh well. We'll go look at the other jungle level now. Before we do that, there is actually a secret at the top here, I believe. Here, if you slam down on this, you'll actually get a secret. Now, I imagine these will be in the other hub worlds that the game will probably have. I'm not actually sure what it means or if it means anything, but I assume you'll find clues that lead to different secrets. Something along those lines. Be a fun distraction in the hub world, I imagine. Anyway, we'll move on to the next level. Now, each of the worlds actually have their own unique music, but if you're going to do a whole world just based on one theme, I'd recommend having maybe another track, just to keep things from being too repetitive. I guess you're not going to hear much of it because the level's going to go pretty quickly, but it would be nice to have an extra track or two. Here we can try and see if we can explore up here as well. See if we can find any more secrets after that last one. Getting up here is a little tricky though. So it's going to bounce off the wall and then bounce up. And there's nothing there. You can't really get any higher. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the 4th level, which is just down here. Not the 4th level, sorry, the 5th level. There are these boxes here as well, which I'm not sure what they're for. Unless they're for moving on to the next world or stage. It was the 5th level I was talking about though. Here you can just boost up there, but it's when you get to here, if you go along, and if you go too slowly or too fast, you can just end up falling sometimes. And that can get a bit irritating. Anyway, I think that's enough of the game. I'll probably just summarise it now. So overall, it's a solid game. The art is fine, the animation is nice, sound design is really good, and the whole wave landing thing is pretty well executed. The issues with the menu are the lack of mouse control, no borderless window, and no resolutions, which I imagine will be in the full game anyway. And the main complaints I have are the tutorial needs to actually teach the player how to waveland, because there's going to be a few people who go through this and just miss the point completely. And the reset button shouldn't get cancelled upon death, because half the time you're going to reset anyway, just so you can get the fastest time. And if you die before the first checkpoint, I'm not sure what the point in having the timer still going is. It might as well just reset anyway. Apart from that though, it's a good solid platformer, and if that's your jam, then you're going to enjoy sitting down to play through this. Yes, it is a bit generic in places, but it does what it does well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll put a link to the Greenlight page and the demo below, and you can give your own opinion over there, and a vote. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.